was never really any feel of panic in this market. We have yet to really feel that, I think, since maybe March. And yes, we've got a little bit of Fed creep happening right now. Typically, there is some bullish sentiment leading into the Federal Reserve meetings and the press conference. But then coming out of that, I think that's really where the rubber meets the road and where some decisions are going to be made. I'm looking at this market, and without panic, without the VVIX, which is the volatility of the VIX, really getting a lift, it tells me that people are still hanging on to hopes that this thing could get a rally. And I just don't see it. We could get a little lift out of the Fed. It's going to get sold. And I think the next stop is below 4,000. And from there, it could go to 3,700. We could get all the way down to the 3,200 level before big money finally steps in and says, okay, this is enough, and is really willing to put a leg out. I do think there's more downside.
Well, Mark, what would panic actually look like? Would you need to see that VVIX move, or would going below 4,000 on the S&P 500, would that be panic?
I think you could see the VIX get to 40 or even 50. I think you could see VVIX, which never broke 130, get back above 160, 170, 180. That's typically where we see panic levels in that index. And again, 4,000 could cause some panic selling, more likely just some algo pushing. We probably fight around 4,000 before the market finally makes a decision out of that. But yeah, I'd like to see the VIX get over 40. I think it could touch potentially even 50 before we finally feel some sort of panic and there's some blood in the streets, and we're maybe able to get out of this bear market trend that we've been in all of 2022.
Yeah, I would say a VIX at 50, that would definitely turn some stomachs, maybe cause some panic. But Mark, I know you're keeping an eye on consumer staples, on Coca-Cola, as we think about the Fed and the rest of earnings season. What are you watching?
Yeah, consumer staples and Coca-Cola in particular, one of the few areas of the S&P 500 that has outperformed, that has done well. Today, we have customers putting on huge hedges in XLP and in Coca-Cola, part of XLP. They are buying, we saw a trader buy between June and September over 100,000 put spreads, betting on XLP to drop, and in Coca-Cola, about 30,000 put spreads between June and July, betting on softness there. I'm looking at those names. I think they're going lower. I think Coke could drop back below 60. I'm looking for XLP to potentially make a run at $70 a share.
All right, definitely something to keep an eye on. Mark, we got to leave it there. Great to get some time with you. That is Mark Sebastian. He is the founder and CEO of Option Pit, joining us for Options Insight today. From New York, this is Bloomberg.